Good evening, this is Cab, here to drive you crazy. And on this video I'm going to be discussing about something that was another very hot topic back about a week ago that has really been spreading all over the Philippines, including to where I come to understand it, once again, thanks to my wife who had brought this up to me, and for the fact that it is something that I was trying to figure out and try to get a little bit more information for. This is going to be my own personal vlog on this to discuss about the LYKA Gems. So the LYKA Gems, as far as I know, is this app that you can try and get. I'll try and do my best to show it. I might not focus too well, and yeah, I did my best. But as you can see, I also have not actually installed it yet. So it's only because of the fact that I've only heard what came across in a video by Miss Ivana Alawi, who had basically made this app blow up in the last week from her previous video, which was where she actually has obtained so many of these LYKA Gems that she was able to purchase a car with it. So to most people who don't know about this app, it's basically an app that was created in the Philippines for social media and for actual money earnings. So while this money earning is actually described as per video, per picture on your LYKA app, you actually earn 1 gem, which is an equivalent to 1 peso in the Philippines per like that you get. You can also share and add and follow different people, and depending on who you actually follow, who you actually get your likes from, your followings from, you can earn even more gems from that, which again is coming across as an actual money earning process. It has been blowing up in the Philippines as of late because, again, from the video that was posted. And the one thing that made me have the consideration to look into it was the fact that you can earn money from it as long as you had proven that you can get people to follow you. You can show that you can find people who are willing to allow you to follow them as they can be willing to follow you. And there's a lot of different little things that has been mentioned by this, but one of the reasons why, and I had shared it again, that I did not actually install this app yet is because there has been a few things that I have found out about this that is even shared to me from my wife, which was basically explaining that this app is not exactly the safest to use for privacy. A few things that I had received on that was some notifications on the whereabouts about certain users who have noticed a specific thing about it, which is this green and orange dot that is located at the top of the video or on top of the app itself, which is actually an access for video to your camera, as well as audio, which is the difference between the green and the orange from what I've heard on that. So privacy on this app, as far as what I have heard, is actually kind of in question. If you're willing to go out of your way to say that you can obtain this app to be able to earn some money, that itself kind of weighs out your depiction if you're willing to be okay with the fact that your phone could automatically, and I do say this personally, automatically start accessing your camera as well as accessing your audio. And there's a few other things that I had read up on, which came from a Reddit post that actually says as soon as you actually create an account in your LYKA app, you cannot delete it. And it comes as, again, one of those weird things where it's about privacy. It's about knowing that if you are not going to use the app anymore, or you have no interest in wanting to keep an account to it, obviously you kind of just want to get rid of it. I mean, the one bad thing about it is kind of just like a Facebook. There technically is no proper way to delete your Facebook, but you can at least deactivate it, so that way you don't need to actually be using it. But there's the difference between this one, where as soon as any picture that you post, any video that you post, can be on this app. Again, if you want to weigh it out by the fact that this is something that has been highly recommended by, someone on YouTube who has been obviously a big shining star for the Philippine culture, who has, as far as from what I remember seeing, at least 10.6 million subscribers. So obviously it is a big deal when someone who is already a model, as far as I'm concerned, and is able to post pictures that could easily get, as far as I know, 300,000, whatever you may want to say, likes, shares, and all those likes is equivalent to gems, and each gem is an equivalent to 1 peso. And that's why I brought it up again from the previous video, which, again, and nothing against to Ivana herself, because she does so much good and she makes great content. And for the fact that it was even brought up about this, LYKA Gems app, was because she used all of those gems that she had earned on that app to buy a car, not for herself, but for her own mom. And that just proves to say, like, when you can use something like that and still do it for good, that's what really brings out a lot of people to want to do that. Now, I can't speak on too much for Ivana herself, because she's been, using that app obviously for a long time now, to where she could equivalent over, I think it was like 3.6 million gems. So over 3.6 million pesos was what she had made in earnings from all of her, videos and pictures that she had shared on her LYKA app, that was able to give her this opportunity to buy a car. So you can weigh out what is the good versus the bad to it. Obviously, when people hear about being able to earn money, especially from another social media that's just like, Instagram, basically, where all you gotta do is just share a picture, share a video, you get likes, and you earn money from it. You don't need to be sponsored. You don't need to be a high, class name brand person to be able to earn. And you can actually get verified on this app as well, which is a big thing in any social media. So you can look to those good, but you can also look to some of the bad things, which is why I have said I am not personally decided to get it, because if it does have an access to your camera, if it does have access to your phone, and from this other Reddit that I again had mentioned, had actually said that they went through private database on their own phone, and realizing as soon as they had this account, they could not actually delete it, deactivate it, or anything of the such. So if you have this LYKA app, I would love for you to comment down below if you think that what I am sharing is very truthful, or if you have other opinions on it. But any other way, I would like to hear a little bit more information about this. So please drop a like if you did appreciate my words. Please hit that subscribe button to get more content. And of course, my name is Cab, and I'm here to drive you crazy.